Good morning, everybody. This is Brandon Evans with Premier Racing Setups. This week we're at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're going to jump right into the car and get into it. These laps take a little bit of time. We'll go over some tips and tricks here to get around this place, show you the braking points and the shift points, and then talk about anything else that comes to mind. So here we go. I can't stress enough that you got to be really careful when you come out of pit road there. You cannot go too far above that white line on the right side. You will get a black flag for that. So that was a good lap here, so we'll go ahead and jump out of the car. A couple things that I did in this corner around that lap that I'm going to talk about that I think are going to be really important to be successful here. All right, so the first things first is where you're braking. So when you're in the draft, you're going to be wanting to look for this one to this caution light. If you're in clean air, about where I broke is about where you would want to lay on the brakes. The next thing is to be confident in where you're going to put the throttle in. So right there, I just showed you something that you do want to avoid. I did it twice. I did it here and I did it on turn 3, and I'll show you why I think this is very important. Kind of like Indy cars, if you don't commit to the throttle at the right time, you're going to A, lose momentum, or B, crash. So pick your poison. You got to really nail the apex and be confident in your throttle, so that way you can maintain the momentum and hit and nail a good lap. So right here, I blipped the throttle because look where I'm at on the racetrack. I'm really early in the apex. So I realized that when I got on the gas, too early. So I had to blip the gas and then get back on it, because otherwise, if I stayed in the gas, I was just going to push up and hit the fence. Early in the run, you probably get away with it with tire grip, but late in the run, likely not. Turn 2 is extremely deceiving. I don't know why, but there's a really gnarly, there's a grate right here. You can see it. I tried my best to avoid it. It's right there. There's a bump right there that can kill your speed. And if you push up really bad right there and hit the fence and then hit that bump, you're going to be so far off the pace that you're going to get absolutely overtaken very quickly. So maintain turn 2. Also, the wind is oftentimes blown in that direction, so that's typically the tight corner. So for this part of the corner, I'm looking for the little Indy sign here. I think it's an Indy sign. Yeah, the little Indy sign right here. Indy sign, I don't think I would go as far as the caution light, but you can. In traffic, you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to be carrying so much speed. So right here, bam, hit the throttle early, showing you what that looks like, and now I'm back on the gas. So if you can look and see, I'm only about 2 car lengths distance. So right there, and then I'm back on the gas. I got my wheel cranked. I'm not going to go any further on my wheel. That's as far as I need to go. Exit the corner, get the next braking point, or lift point rather, is going to be in and around this grate right here and this caution light on the fence. You're going to set the corner up and you're going to lift. If you don't lift at the right time, you will push this corner as well and hit the fence. This corner has a ton of grip, especially down here on the bottom where you can see where I'm running. So if you nail this corner, you can really carry some momentum off this one. So be mindful of that. On exit, I'm aiming for this Indy sign or this little break in the fence where the safer barrier's at. One trick tip that you would want to consider is to kind of take it away from the fence slightly. There is like that wall drag in iRacing, so you kind of want to get away from the fence just a little bit, and then just keep your foot in it going down the straight. Okay. Thanks for tuning in this week. Again, Indianapolis is a ton of fun. It's a lot different than driving the Indy cars around here for sure. But you know, if you pay attention to some of the things that I mentioned in the video, I think it'll help you out a lot. Premier Racing Setups, home of 2 builders and 1 setup pack, $20 a month. Best deal on iRacing for the next gen car. But thanks for you tuning in this week, and we'll see you out on the racetrack. Thanks.